Not much of a story, but here it goes. Be me. Wanting to reconnect with my best friend after he got a job as a roadie. We'll call him R. Bring along mutual friend who is a huge /K/ kinda guy. We will call this guy K. We all happen to have 4-day weekend ahead of us due to Labor Day. Plan 4-day camping trip to Jack's River. Pack up Friday night and head out by midnight. After hunting down a decent campsite for 2 hours, we set up. As we're setting up, we keep smelling this musty old wet dog smell and think nothing of it cause we're in a woods doing stupid shit hanging out. After me and R chop up a decent 1.5-foot diameter log, we hear something moving in the brush. Moving our lights over the area, we see nothing and drag the pieces of wood back and keep an eye out for anything. Pretty hard since it's pitch black out. Get the fire going and cook up a hobo slop of baked beans and ground beef with a shot of Evan Williams for flavor. The smell gets stronger and we shine our lights to the tree line once more. Nothing. Dead quiet. No animals, no wind, nothing. We ignore it and continue eating and taking drinks and tossing cheers, jokes, and toasts. Then a loud piercing whistling happens, literally so loud it echoes. A campover yells at us to keep it down. They're about half a football field away. Whistling continues in short bursts with long pauses in between it. K has his Glock on him. I'm carrying my AR-15 cause new sight and I'm wanting to show it off. R has the skillet. Dude from other camp has stormed over and is yelling at us and then sees we're staring into the tree line and realizes we aren't doing it. He asks us what's going on and we say we don't know. It just happened. After a short talk he goes back to his camp and we watch him cause we're weirded out now and know how horror movies work. Dude crawls back into his camper or whatever and we make a cat hole and bury the small cooler we have and burn our garbage. Setting up in the tent we begin to fall asleep and each time me and R do the smell of musky wet dog gets stronger and we hear the pat, pat, pat 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 of something semi-circling our tent. Me and R get no sleep. K is out like a light with a blind man. As dawn comes so do bees. A massive amount of bees and yellow jackets, like someone casted insect swarm from 3.5. We wake K and tell him we have to pack up. As we step outside the bugs are everywhere and riled up, stinging us here and there. We pack everything up and head to the lake to wash and lick our wounds of stings. K checks the equipment and nothing is missing. R is with me and we are tending to the stingers that we got stuck with, which was about 4 or 5 between the two of us. We travel another hour towards the top of the mountain and set up camp. Me and R are beat and irritable. We chop wood while K makes food and we snap at each other here and there. After eating and it being about noon we decide to try and get sleep. K digs the cat hole again and puts the cooler in with a rock on top. R and I slap onto the ground of the tent and pass out after K easily goes back to sleep, the fucker. Waking up about 4 hours later to hearing R cussing and I assume pissed about something. I come out to see the cooler dug up, the meat strewn everywhere and the beans smashed. We wake up K and he comes out to the scene and is stumped. We see the hole, it's a solid 2 or 3 feet deep and tore clean open along with the cooler and its contents. Camping trip cut short it seems. We take a jug and set out for a nearby spring. So fucking frish.aiff. We fill the gallon jug about halfway and wash off a bit. As we do we hear the goddamn whistling again and smell the mangy musty smell of wet dog again. It's daylight, we see nothing, not a damn thing. We head back to camp, keeping our heads on a swivel, seeing nothing along the way. We reach camp and clean up the mess which has attracted flies. No whistling, no dog smell. Just silence. We decide to pack up the tent and just sit and smoke our pipes, chop wood, and crack out the speaker and play some Dead South, Native Howl, shit like that. Still no wildlife noise. Being an avid/x/browser whatever the hell you call it, I give R and K the heads up that quiet woods means dangerous woods. Nightfall hits and we are just enjoying the rest of the Evan Williams, not much left but enough to enjoy. Like clockwork the smell is back and it is strong. We hear the disorganized pat pat pat, pat, pat pat. Ice forward dick out.avi. We feel like we're about to be fucked. We parked the trucks in the 2 exits to prevent people coming in. Guns up and ready and flashlights everywhere. We don't see a goddamn thing and feel like we are going fucking insane. R then points to a large dusty brown dog. This fucker reeks and looks like the mange fuck scabies and birthed an eldritch epidermal horror. No heroics here. PNG. This thing is as tall as the truck R drives window, probably a good 4 foot on all fours. Like all green texts, this thing looks wrong. Humanoid limbs, patchy dirty fur, snarling and beady eyes. The smell damn near chokes us, it's so rancid. K fires a pot shot and the thing honestly flinches and snarls, keeping a deadlock look on us. K and I are apparently on the same wavelength as we let 2 shots rip. My dumb ass misses or skinned it cause R now has a hole in the driver's side door. Sorry R, casualties. Either both shots or KS shot connecting made this fucker howl an ungodly howl, making our ears ring. K, being the man and the hero, just unloads and it's evident he doesn't aim well. After the howl and gunfire, even with the shit earplugs, our ears are slightly ringing and this thing has ran off. That's it boys, time to leave. We throw everything in the back of the trucks and haul ass out of there, not stopping once until we reach the closest Waffle House to let our adrenaline settle and ears recover. Sorry, Pick is the closest thing I could find to what I remember seeing. It didn't seem bipedal, but again we were scared shitless. To wrap this up, what in the flying fuck did we encounter /x/? I talked to a friend of ours and he said it sounds like the Dogman, which honestly I've heard of maybe twice. We are returning this weekend, only reoccurring friend is K, we'll have 1 or 2 more friends tagging along and carrying firearms.